we are moving today. You can see we're on our way. Today we're on our way to the West Coast. We've been at Murchison, and today we're leaving now. We're going to do a tiki tour down the West Coast. We are meant to land up at Hokitika, so we'll just see where we go. But we are going to go do a drive down the coast. Apparently it's beautiful. So yeah, so that's the plan today. As the saying goes, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. And so our dream of over 30 years became real on the 3rd of May 2019. We sold our house and most of our possessions and moved into a 9-meter caravan to fulfill our dream of living full-time on the road. So we ask you to join in on our travels and follow our journey wherever we may go with Thumb and Thumbelina and our little Princess Lulu. We are more than happy for you to share in our adventures, because this is our story, this is our legacy, and this is our journey. So bye-bye Murchison. We're on our way to the West Coast, passing through the northern western coast area of the Buller Gorge. As you can see, it was pretty misty that morning when we left, but still beautiful. And yes, just want you guys to check out this. Check out that overhang over that road. And yeah, we came across it and we just had to go for it. It was a bit worrying, but we got through it. And here we go, we're on our way to Westport. So we first had a stop for breakfast. We left breakfast for a nice meal out, so we stopped there and carried on our journey through to Westport. Then our journey was going to carry us on down the West Coast. As you can see, we started to see the beautiful West Coast coastline, rocky outcrops, beautiful beaches, and here we are on our way to Hokitika. And here we are at Lynxview Holiday Park. It's the park that we've been looking at and been wanting to go to. The reviews were great, and look at it. It looks just beautiful. I think we'll enjoy our stay here. Okie dokie, so I need to show you these wonderful facilities of Linksview where we are staying in Hokitika. So that's the outdoor area. There's more of an outdoor area. I don't know if you can see that. There's some nice comfy chairs on that side. Lovely to sit on in the shade. And then just coming around here. Just want to show you the dining room table. And the kitchen. So there we go. Look at that. Look at these wonderful open modern facilities. Okay, so yeah, this is the wild west coast just outside Hokitika. Not too far from where we're staying. Well, this is the sea that we can hear from our campground, so I just thought I'd have to go and find it. Here it is. The wild west coast. Always has lots of driftwood on. And now it's time to introduce you to the lovely town of Hokitika. What the town that the locals call the cool little town. And cool it really is. Full of wonderful little surprises of shops and artwork and wonderful cafes. Review coming up at the kitchen, Hokitika. There we're sitting. I don't know if you can see us. There we are. Just a view of the street. Hokitika was founded on gold mining in 1864 and became the center of the West Coast gold rush and grew very quickly. By the late 1866, the town was one of New Zealand's most populous centers. There could easily be 41 vessels alongside the wharf, and in some places 3 or 4 deep. So having heard about all these ships that were in the olden days, I went in search to find one ship, at least just one. And I found only this one, which commemorates all the ships that used to dock here at this wharf. And of course it also commemorates the many shipwrecks that actually happened. The river mouth and sandbar across the river were notoriously disastrous for boats, and many of them were shipwrecked. So yeah, that's all I could find. So here is modern day Hokitika, typical street. Now we're going to see what it looked like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Now Hokitika earned its reputation as the capital of the lawless Wild West and was widely seen as a hotbed of iniquity. It had over 100 hotels, 200 bars, and of course was full of billiard rooms, gaming rooms, roulette tables, and those places of ill repute. And yeah, we're going to take another drive just to see the modern day town. You can see there's still very beautiful buildings still around. Most of them are brick, as apparently there was a fire and it's destroyed a lot of the wooden structures, especially down Revel Road. So yeah, I guess only the brick buildings and the mortar ones could still be in existence, but they are beautiful, as you can see. And there are some lovely old villas as well in other parts of the town. And yeah, we're going to be coming up to the clock tower, which stands at the entrance to the town centre. This is actually a memorial to those that served in the Boer War. As you can see there, 130 men were dispatched from this area, and unfortunately 4 of them lost their lives in the South African Boer War. Now it was time to explore the natural wild beauty that makes up the region of Hokitika. So here we are, we're off to explore. Right, we are actually here at a viewing site that looks over the whole valley here at Hokitika. So let me get a bit closer and we can actually have a look. And then it was on our way to find Lake Canary, a beautiful lake apparently, and the famous Hokitika River Gorge. The gorge has a wonderful walk, as you can see, and along the way there are swing bridges and the beautiful aquamarine blue pools of water that you will see shortly. You can rock it if you want to. Oh, wow. Ooh. Wow, look at that. I want to take that as I go back to the bridge. Let's go back to the bridge. Then we went in search of another lake, Lake Mahinapur, which was also close to Hokitika. So apparently the rivers and the lakes were very popular in the gold mining days, and there were many a paddle boat, barges or canoes found on them. But all I could find today was this lonely one under its cover or shelter. And after a day of sightseeing and traveling around and just really finding out what's going on in the area that we're visiting, it's always nice to come back home. And that's actually what we're doing here. We're arriving back at our home. So the next section of the video is just really going to be back at the campground, just so I can show you guys, you know, how much it is nice just to even come here and just spend the day or days yet at our campground, just enjoying and having some downtime. So there we are, looking quite full. And yeah, so that's what the next section of this video is about. There are eels in this river, and what Kevin and Jules like to do is to feed them, much to the delight of the guests staying at the campground.
How's that on baby?
Yeah, it's nice and still. The other day I came down here, this river was actually flowing.
Whoa. They'll go now, they don't like that. Yeah.
The campground also has lovely grassy areas which Lulu loves to walk in and to just go for a run. So it's just so good for her just to be able to take her out and give her a little bit of freedom. The other great thing about this campground is the farm animals. There are a few. So here we have some chooks, and we get eggs from them every day, and yeah, they're quite a novelty just to feed, and the kids love them, of course. Hey, now,
Come on, move.
you're naughty cows. Yes. You see, the grass is sweeter on this side. Come on. And there are 6 cows on the property, and one day one of them got out on the road, so we had to try and get it back, which is why we are scolding them for being so naughty. And as the sun sets on a perfect day on the west coast, I think all I have to do now is just to thank you for joining us with this episode, and for being part of our family of YouTubers. So thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and to ring the bell for notifications, and share our videos far and wide. So until next time, cheers!